Mede nchia sonko enema daily trends etiefo nyina yedama se de da ne da nyina mo hwe yen na mo like na mo share sabre ensem a editie abeka yensa yemonwura ensem no emu
Cabinet Boahen's private account. So on her own showing, she paid the money into which account? and it's very obvious that as if people want to pretend that Boahen has an account in the corner. And guess what? She prepared the checks. He got it too. The idiot lady prepared the checks. And they went to pay in the checks. The paying slips have been tendered with an account name and account number. So what kind of comical joke is this? As if Boahen has taken money from the state and hidden it in a private account and was enjoying it. So more things will come up. I want to leave it at this so that somebody will not say that I want to prejudice the case.
A court be an uncle. Every time I know Cassia, not just a dummy no aboanessa. Nina say na lawyer lead counsel for the accused persons. We generally nice over 2 hours. Na or church the court to know here I be here say application na ye de abedom court to say court no twentwen so enkosi say ye be court of appeal. Na court of appeal atie asema ye de akodom court of appeal say submission of no case ye de ebedom court obogu ye no na nka wo se court no agitum enti nyina so a e wo se court no hwe na nka otwentwen asem no so kosi se court of appeal judges bi ensa betena asem no so na wo de won anu de sema betudwa no eno ena na court e chekere a lawyer chekere court mu owie na attorney general enso so ebegina ne nan so ekeka mbrao no susu gina so susu se eni se court no eje asem no tum enti be efri enonkro besi sa brede na ye hwese nke bia judge no ebehwe so obepinachi na wakohwe cases a site ye ne ndema nyina na wabetro ne ruling nanso ye wie ye no oso wadi kan ahwe nkrata no nyina matie nsem no nyina enti asem tia ya wa ne se ogitum a enye ye nti waboagu waka ono tumi a yekura no eno no yeso so wa akwanya se ye be apply ne agi ne ruling no na ya hwese ye be ko eye court of appeal na ehon nso so yakohwe ne ombeka na de sombo pa ne se submission of no case na obogu ye no ye wo court of appeal ntino ehun behia se wabo we agua ye be court of appeal ne yakohwese court of appeal nso so ebetie asema ye de abedom court we se nka ontwentwen so no ana enduri a court of appeal se na si next week se na lawyer kan na immediately after Easter break no e be file application for court of appeal e be repeat stay of proceedings no that is the court of appeal niema mienu and e be pende ewo ho the substantive interlocutory appeal na aya yes submission of no case na rank was court no gitum no ewo ho an application for stay of proceedings no so and so e be court of appeal for determination and an ruling here one man dey so no ye gi the ruling no na no so ya hwe say anamon ben ene betu e de afa ho na obehwe a na lawyer ma afutu bi say Ghana say no kamia ye say ni a ogitum say me gitum say madibone no na ye jai say nipa no na so no akwato ne general for ho say me betimi adi adanse e de atia nipa na mo pese mo prosecute no ntine munyame na attorney general for say ye jao even though no agiatum so no e na wadi bone no e di all related to sa wontumi case we na o ka say dia charge a de abono an say ono ne concession e na wama obi kwan se nka onkoye reclamation na yesi o mass akwan nti wafomemra ye prosecute no ni awagiatum e wo court the police fo aso ye say ono ne koye mine no ono ye jano e na ono no edi adanse e de ama prosecution na o ka se saade no ye nhwe ni yie na ekoso wo Ghana ya nhwe ni yie a ye didi obi a ebi a ochena na wo ne didi wo enti ye nhwe na ye ntu ho anamo na ye nhwe say court cases no so a ekọ no pepere ye enso so ebe ye adwuma eno an se ye nyina ye de ni bedi akire na ya hwese ne a ekọ se be ya Ghana ye democracy a ye se ye debate dwuma no ye de adie na so abamfa so ama obibia case no ye de call 20th of April na wa ma say e free and kosi 14th say ye mebue ye defense enti ye wa dansefo bi a ye nye ho nkrata emra eno nyina no next week anamo a ye betu no ene be kire eho anamo anso a ye betu dia fasa court esema okai ye da mo ase na misha.
Well, that's the decision of the court. We are supposed to advance our arguments before the court and relate to appropriate laws, but case law. We've done all that. We've stated the grounds on which we come with this application, and we explained our grounds, and again supported that with case law and statutes. Fortunately, it is important to note that the Attorney General elected not to file any affidavit in opposition, and therefore did not file any, and therefore was only entitled to points of law, which I made the court remind him that he was not entitled to arguments of facts. Nevertheless, notwithstanding the submission and the advocacy supporting it, the court says that there is no merit in the application and therefore sin is dismissed. We have applied for a copy of the ruling. The judge says that the ruling is a short sentence as given that the application has no merit. And trust me, I'm not somebody to be intimidated or to look out. No, it's not possible. So I responded in the same language to him, whether he takes that or not. We at the bar must show respect to each other. And indeed, no matter, the Attorney General is the biggest lawyer in Ghana, and of course, he must also address the bar and the bench with that understanding that if the Attorney General decides to be vulgar in language, he needs to be warned, and that's it. We are all learning that it cannot be a case of somebody arrogating to himself any exceptional powers in the court. The court is a public place. We are all officers of the court, and therefore we need to conduct ourselves well. And that is the understanding that I got into. That notwithstanding the ruling, and we will also apply for a copy of the record of proceedings of the day. And based on that, we will take a decision whether or not to appeal or repeat the application. We are minded to do so, and that we go to the office to prepare ourselves to repeat the application in the court of appeal, applying for stay of proceedings. We'll do that maybe tomorrow or the days ahead. Tomorrow is a holiday, so after the vacation we'll do that. And then we'll go to the court of appeal to argue our points of law and facts, why we think that the proceedings must be stayed. So this, you are also responsible for fair judgment and fair trial and of course judicious processes. So you have to be careful when you are here as Attorney General. And in any case, that is a public office that you hold. So if you hold a public office, you need to uphold certain standards as we have known the office to be. So it was a response, a warning that we have to be careful.
Are we expecting to file a repeat stay before the
I have just told you that the indications tilt towards filing repeat application for stay in the Court of Appeal. We go to office and prepare it, but as you know, tomorrow is a holiday up to this period. So after the holidays, we will probably file the repeat of the application for stay of proceedings, and then we'll go to the Court of Appeal to argue out our case and see the results therefore. Again, I thank you very much as always. You are following the case. One of these days we will go to one of the radio TV stations to discuss the proceedings in court and let people understand what is happening. You see, in criminal trial, the expectation is that we'll be mindful of the fairness of the process and also observance of laws and processes, because it will come together to make the law. So we have to carry everybody along, because it can happen to you, it can happen to everybody. But notwithstanding what is happening in Ghana now, why is it the case that one person who did not even do the act, but he is deemed to have allowed the act to face trial, and people who have admitted committing the crime are rather being used as prosecution witness? I say this all the time. It's a very dangerous development. If we are not careful, all of us, any one of us could be cited in a case that we don't know anything about, provided there is an accused person who says that I have done it, but I want to join the prosecution as prosecution witness and point the finger at somebody else. It's a very dangerous development. We must all speak to it and make sure that trial is fair, and that when you are convicted genuinely, not that opponent, political or religious or traditional political opponent will want to get you into trouble because he goes to declare that I've done something wrong against the law, but once you use me as a prosecution witness, I'll point the finger at the one who facilitated the commission of the crime, and that person will be in trouble, and you yourself who will admit that you didn't do, I did it voluntarily, will be used as prosecution witness and give evidence against an innocent person. It's a very dangerous development in the criminal jurisprudence.
Let's crack the Boahen story right now, and we warned the Attorney General about excessive press conferences that were not the way in which prosecutors work. Prosecutors will usually go to court and make their case. Dominic Ayini, the Attorney General, began his work with excessive press conferences. Now he has stopped, but we are waiting for his next press conference because some of the things happening in the court, well, we have to wait to see. But it looks like what is happening in the court is not bearing out what he said at the press conference. It appears like that. The judge is the ultimate decision maker. We are not the decision makers. The High Court judge is the ultimate decision maker. We understand that in the process, the judge has been changed. Whilst we know that the Chief Justice has the prerogative to do that, no reasons have been assigned to the lawyers as to why the judge was changed. But we do know that the Chief Justice has the prerogative to change judges. So the judge in the Kwabena Boahen case has been changed. His Lordship Justice Nyandu has been replaced with a new judge who heard the case 2 days ago. The last 3 times they were in court was a new judge. But the kind of testimony coming out of the court is serious. Have a look at this conversation on Peace FM, and then we'll come and give you the data and the facts. Have a look.
Already, Edith, Ruby, Opokua, Eduamwa. Na Auntie Edith, Ruby, Opokua, Eduamwa. And then you give us a bit of a house and toa. One walk with your dance here. Say, Kwabena Boahen. Kwabena Boahen, your bonus will say, hey, Sika, where we are not there, or one of 5 questions. Attorney General Ben press conference. Say, no, maybe Boahen and yes, hey, Attorney General. Say, we would now hear Okunini Womrem, a ban lawyer penny pow. Now, Emram Yan Qua Emram school you be me say. Say, there's so Dominic. Say, Dominic, why you A, B, C, D? Ye no one said the court. Near Quaco do us. Na court na chest someone wanted to Dominic you see, or do for and now or dip them. Nanso, Nancy, Assembly Attorney General press conference. One big chim in the way you say, the way you say. You say 49.1 million Ghana cedis. Krabasa Ayira F National Office. You National Security Fusika and the fine could see him. Odansini Bako, and the edit Ruby, Opokua, Eduamwa, and Wokodia Dansia. Ono in charge of finance, or say, ye Minimisi Kebi a year 49.1 million. Ayira. And you say, Nayamana more, not your haunted me intro. I didn't mean Nomenka. Me to me can or no, I Attorney General second prosecution witness. Attorney General na witness, second prosecution witness. Ababe John say, or no edit Ruby Opokua Eduamwa. Yan can't no to a Jina Accra High Court to a Sini Pine. Say she has no record. HSA 49.1 million Ghana cedis. Aya at the free national security for Agosu.
So you heard that. So what happened in court was that the lady said to the court, and I'm going to show you the text, that, you know, the Attorney General's case was formulated on some 49 million that is missing, or some 49 million that has been stolen by Kwabena Boahen. They had their exchange rates and translated the 49 million to be $7 million. They said that Kwabena introduced an account together with his wife called BNC Private Account. Listen to Dominic Aini speaking to Ghanaians months ago in 2025. Listen to Dominic Aini.
The transfer from the National BNC's account brought the total transfers that he made to his private BNC to 49 million Ghana cedis. But the exchange rate at the time, this amount was exactly the Ghana cedi equivalent of 7 million United States of America.
Can you hear that? An Attorney General going to court to prosecute a case. He comes to do a press conference and pronounces the accused person guilty to the general public in pursuit of oral. Their oral, the so-called oral. In pursuit of oral, the learned Attorney General comes to does something that has never happened in the history of the Fourth Republic. And we've said it here many, many, many times. The first Attorney General of the Fourth Republic is probably Anthony Forson. Or is it Tando? Maybe it's Tando. And then Anthony Forson. And then Nobeda Samoa. And then Nana Akufo-Addo, Papa Usman Kuma, Ayukwe Otu, Joe Garte, Marietta Brew, isn't it? Yeah, it is indeed. No, Betty Mould Idrisu. And then you had Martin Amidu. And then you had who else? Somebody came, and then you had at MPP coming, isn't it? Gloria Kufu, Godfrey Dame. No Attorney General, none of them, not even the revolutionary Obeda Samoa, will hold a press conference and pronounce an accused person guilty. And I've said it before, when we're covering quality grain in 2001, 2002, Nana Akufo-Addo was the Attorney General. He was prosecuting the case together with the Director of Public Prosecutions. He died. May he rest in peace. His name is Safo Sampon. And they will not even grant interviews after court. Akufo-Addo thought that it was unethical to grant interviews after court when you are prosecuting. Not with Dominic Ayini. As for him, oh, it's not here. Sorry, viewers. As for Dominic Ayini, he comes to the markets and pronounces people guilty in the ears of the general public. Do you know what has happened to Dominic Ayini? As a lawyer who is a seasoned lawyer like him,